Hi, we're on Operation Manual Diesel Electric Locomotive. This is a reproduction library book that was digitized by the Google as part of an ongoing effort to preserve information in the books makes it universally acceptable. Google Books. Department of the Army Technical Manual tm55202. Department of the Army Technical Order TO45A2-2-1-2. Operation and Maintenance Diesel Electric Locomotives. The operation and maintenance of diesel electric locomotive, Department of Office of the Army of the Air Force, Washington, D.C., 16 November, February 1973. The TM55202 and TO45A2-2-1-2, 25th October 1965, is changed as the following. Paragraph 141 and paragraph 127 line is changed to read the figure 74, locating the land handles, couplings, and foreign services types of locomotives is shown in figure 75. Page 160, paragraph 131, general is changed. 134, operation. The general routine operation for the diesel electric locomotive is controlled by a throttle and reverse lever and brake valves. The various instruments, gauges, and protection regulation devices contribute to efficient, safe operation. Specific information for individual types is obtained from the operational manuals issued by the respective manufacturers. Operator qualifications are through a general knowledge of the various type of locomotives. A careful observance of the prescribed rules of operating procedures are essential to efficient operation of locomotive operators. The engineman must possess an SF-46 U.S. Government Motor Vehicles Operation Identification Card. It will be anointed on the reverse side to indicate the type of the locomotive individual is authorized to operate in accordance with paragraph 2A5 of AR 658. 600 and then dash 58. The commander of the rail unit, other than activities to which the locomotives are assigned, are responsible for selecting, training, and testing, licensing of locomotive operators, railway operation safety rules, and containing the TM55200. Page 195 of the paragraph 186D, pending the revision of the DoD Form 1336. Title is changed to read 30-day and annual locomotive unit inspection and repair report. Paragraph 195, paragraph 186 change as the following is added to the paragraph. A copy of the Department of Defense Form 1336 annual report will be forwarded to MEMCOM, attention AMSEM, MMR, for retention in their files by all ITOs and railway activities. Page 200 of Figure 93, a heading of the Department of Defense Form 1336 is changed to read Annual Locomotive Unit and 30-Day Inspection and Repair Report. Page 200, Figure 93, the title of the Department of Defense Form 1336 captions are changed to read Annual 30-Day Locomotive Unit Inspection and Repair Report. Paragraph 230, page 237, paragraph 215C is deleted. Paragraph 237, page 237, paragraph 215, subparagraph D is changed to read. The marking font, the letter F, shall legibly be shown 4 inches on each side of every locomotive unit and near the end, which the identification purposes will be known as the front end. The unit number should legibly be shown in 4-inch characters on each side of every locomotive unit shall be shown in the specification card or report of inspection displayed in the cab. The front of the locomotive is the direction of the engine man facing the locomotive, looking forward when he and the controls are on the right side. Page 270, paragraph 1, Army Regulations AR 658. Mechanical equipment operator selection and training, testing, and licensing is added. The by order TM55202 TO45A2-2-1-2 or C3, by order of Secretary of Armies and Air Force official Vernon L. Bowers, Major General, United States Army Adjutant General Grayton W. Abraham, General, United States Chief of Staff. Official Dwight W. Koval, Colonel USAF, and Director of Administrations John D. Ryan, General USAF, Chief of Staff. Distribution is to be in accordance with the DA Form 1225D in quantity or block number 809. Operator requirements for the railway equipment and all. Diesel, Chapter 1, Change number 2, Department of the U.S. Army and the Air Force. These electric locomotives tm55203revision October 1965 is changed. Paragraph 1D line is added. Procedures of the maintenance of U.S. Army-owned diesel electric locomotives perform foreign government railways in Germany, Vietnam, Korea, as discussed in tm55205. Paragraph 3, Paragraph 2, and line 12, change in the read of the Director Doctrine Development Literature Plans in Fort. Paragraph 9, Paragraph 10A, line 19, change of the Cummings to Cummins. Paragraph 12, line 5-6, change to the read to figure 2, 3, 4. Paragraph 14A, line 2, change to the read in the figures 5 and 6. This is a V-type diesel engine side view of a Caterpillar D397 model. Paragraph 14B, line 3, change the read. Paragraph 14C, line 1 to the figure 4, redesignated in figure 5, chapter 6, page 16. Figure 5, redesignated in figure 6, chapter 17. Figure 6, redesignated in figure 7. Paragraph 14I, line deleted and changed in line number 9 to read each cylinder heads of the page 18. Figure 7, delete entry, change the read of the cylinder block ALCO-244-5 engine. Paragraph 20 is a figure to change the read of the cylinder headed components. Paragraph 14J, line 2, 3, and delete. Figure 11, change the read. Figure 11 of the camshaft EMD 567 and 567 engine. Paragraph 21, paragraph 14K, line 10, change the read of the smoke. 3 cams with the regulated fuel injection exhaust are shown in figure 11. Figure 12 illustrates the firing order of an ALC 244 engine and the point of crank and the triple pointed crankshaft. Figure 12 is superseded as follows. This is figure 12 with the engine rotation, turbocharger, free end, right bank, left bank, and generator end. I was wondering how can I flip this horizontally, I guess you can rotate the view clockwise. Okay, 1, the fuel tank, starting from the very bottom, 6 o'clock, following is the fuel going counterclockwise from 1. 1 is the fuel tank, 2 is the fuel supply to the engine, 3 is the emergency fuel cutoff valve, 4 is the dual fuel filter, 5 is the fuel pump and motor, 6 is the bronze filter and sight glass, 7 is the injector, 8, where's 8? I can't see 8. Well, 8 is the fuel return lines, 9 is the vent and flame arrestor, 10 is the fuel filler, fuel filter, sight glass gauge, 12, gauge shutoff valve, 14, engine overspeed trip, 15, fuel tank drain plug. Alright, paragraph 25, paragraph 18B, line 11, delete sentence A. Duplex fuel oil filter is shown in figure 14, paragraph 18D, line 7, delete figure 14, page 26, figure 14, delete entry, page 27, figure, change the read, typical fuel oil supply pump, page 28, figure 16, change the read, Alco 24F fuel injector pump. There's another picture. Let me zoom out. Alright, 1 is your water pump, 2 is your lubricating oil pumps, 3 is your scavenging oil pump, 4 is your sump oil strainer, 5 is your lube oil strainer, 6 is the lube oil strainer, 7 is the oil relief valve, 8 is the lube oil cooler, 9 cooler water tank water level gauge G valve, 11, 12 roof filter, 14 water bypass valve, 13 water bypass valve, 14 water radiator, 15 cab heater, 16 cylinder line, 17 engine pump side water, 18 side water filler, 19 drains, 20 stream admission valves, 21 lube oil pads, sight glass, and a camshaft drive gear train, and 22 and 23 airbox. Figure 35, Figure 21 change the read typical type of the lubrication oil filter. Figure 37, Figure 22 change the read type oil filter plug. Basically, I want to start the reading. I'm going to check which page it starts out on. I guess we're started. Okay, starting with number 1, the cab heater water outlet valves. 2, the cab heaters. 3, the cab heater water inlet valve. 4, the temperature gauge. 5, high temperature switch. 6, expansion tank. 7, expansion tank sight glass. 8, radiators. 9, oil cool from the filler. Oil from the cooler. 10, lube oil cooler. Or 11, oil to the cooler. Filler drain the valve. 13, fan and shutter control thermostat. 14, water pump. 15, water jacket jumper and line assemblies. 16, water inlet to the turbo. And 17, water outlet turbo. 1 cab heater on the road switcher, not on the road switcher, on the road switcher side only in the passenger road and the locomotive freights. So basically, you're looking at Okay, this is a picture of a water pump drive. The locating cap starting at 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, working our way around clockwise. Locating cap screw, lock washer, oil passage, volatile case nuts, sealing nuts, impeller, lock nut, puller holes, water seal, valve casing drainage, telltale hole, oil slinger, oil seal, thrust bearing retainer, lock nuts, ball bearings, and spacer and driver gear. Figure 26 change the read schematic diagram engine water temperature controlled in the system. Figure 30 change the read cross section EMD bloater. Figure 31 change the read to EMD page 54 and change the read to alcohol turbo stager and right side, and the figure 33 to change the alcohol left side. Let me back out of this. This is your typical control panel strip. Operating lever air limit, the starting from 12 o'clock and working clockwise. Operating level air inlet magnet valve air engine remover cool oil to air moving contact connections, compression spring, stationary contrary connections, cable support, and interlocks and operating lever. Figure 596 shows a piping system diagram. One with the compressor intercooler air compressor, I guess, with a low pressure around the engine. You got a low pressure cylinder, intake filter, filling hole, bannock gauge, low pressure cylinder, intake filter, compressor, intercooler, breather, drain for the compressor, intercooler, the the piping system from the air compressor goes into a governor, and then is through a 60-pound. The compressor intercoiler has 60-pound safety valve. From the governor, it goes in. Well, we'll move right since the direction goes from. We'll move counterclockwise from the bottom at the air compressor. The air compressor goes into a breather and then into cooling pipes in the number 1 reserve, which has a drain, into number 2 reserve through a safety valve, and then into a cutout valve, and then into a dirt collector. And from the dirt collector, it splits into 3 different ways. From to the bottom, it goes to the cutout cock operating valve, cabinet operation valve, sand trips. So you got your operation valve, and they go to the sand trips on the coupler. From the cutout cock valve, it also goes into the braking system, which comes out from the dirt collector. It goes into the braking system, into a steam boiler on the 1,000 horsepower road switcher if used, and 23-pound reducing valve atomizing air switch and boiler fuel spray. From the dirt collector into another way, it goes into the windshield wipers, strainer, and horn. From the cutout back, now moving back from the dirt collector in between, from the number 2 reserve, the cutout cock goes into a strainer and check and reducing valve and control reserves, and the controls go into what is known as the control air gauge through to the controls at the contact cabinet with the reverser and the contactors. Paragraph 120 adds subparagraph I. Safety valves are installed adjacent to the distributing valve, intercooler, main reserve to provide protection in case of air compressor and governor failure. The distributing valve, the safety valve, is usually set at 68 pounds. This is safety valve. Oh yeah. Also, from the number 2, it goes back into the governor and back into the air compressor through. The safety valves are installed adjacent to the distributing valve, intercooler, main reserve to provide protection in each case of air compressor and governor failure. Distribution valve safety is usually set at 68 pounds. The intercooler safety valve is set to lift at 60 pounds to protect the intercooler excessive pressure. The main reserve safety valve is set at 10 pounds above the air compressor and governor, and setting at page 146 and figure 76 is superseded as follows. Here is a picture of a locomotive, 60-ton, 500 horsepower, 56.5-inch gauge 4-wheel truck, starting from 12 o'clock. Center plate, brake cylinders, side bearings, truck, equalizer, and oil and coil springs. The journal boxes, truck frame, brake shoes, brake hanger, truck wheel, traction motor, and axle mounted. This is number 1. It's starting at 12 o'clock, moving itself clockwise, and then up. You get the truck springs, the truck snubber, truck string snubber, the truck stop pin, 4 the center plate, 4 the wear sleeves, 5. Once again, the truck springs snubber, 5. 3 the truck stop pin, 3 is the truck stop pin, 4 is the wear sleeve, 5 is the motor bellows mounting flange, 6 is the bolster bellows mounting flange, 7 oilers, 8 center plate ring, 9 center plate sleeve, 10 air duct mounting valve flange, 11 side bearing wear plate, 12 the axle, 13 the traction motor, 14 the wheel, 15 the right-handed rail, 15 the right-handed rail guard bracket, 16 the right-handed right-handed rail guard, 17 left-handed rail guard, 18 left-handed rail guard bracket, 19 on the side view is the journal box, 20 is the pedestal the wear plate, 21 21 is the pedestal binder. 22 is the bushing. 23 is the traction motor bellows. 24 is the equalizer spring set. 25 is the motor truck suspension. 26 is the equalizer. 27 is pedestal liner. And 28 is the tie rod spacer. And then back up at 29 is the guard railroad tied bracket, rod bracket. Um, there's a lot of misplacements in this thing. I'm hoping to get to I don't know. All right, paragraph 147. Let me move ahead here. See when we get to the actual operation maintenance. Okay, we only have, well, I'll read to 22 and I'll probably short that into something else. Paragraph 147, paragraph 138, line 7, change the read of figure 98, 164, paragraph 145C, lines 2, 3, and change and to the 45 and 44 and 45 ton, 380 horsepower, 65, 80 ton. Paragraph 145C, 7, detail substitute following inspection position coordinate condition journal bearings, wedge lubrication. Wedges and lubrication pads. Certain journal repacking data conforms to commercial economists, national, overseas rule, railroad requirements. Provide additional lubrication. All journal boxes. Paragraph 165. Paragraph 145C. 11 details substituting the following speed restrictions be necessary prior to installation of the action ship locomotives in the CONUS, U.S. Army Mobility Equipment Command. Attention AMSEM EMMM, St. Louis, Missouri 63120 will be contacted. This command will contact the railroads involved with the range shipping instruction to include applicable spending restriction. Paragraph 172, paragraph 151 T8 in line 2, change of the brake to brake. 182, paragraph 167C G line 11, change legible to legible. One paragraph 190, paragraph 183, delete 1523, willing to the page 188, change to read the pending revisions or republication of the DA Form 863, 864, and 865 U.S. Military Command forms illustrated may be reproduced. Paragraph 185, caption deleted, not required for the Army installation. Paragraph 193, the paragraph 186A in line 3 added. This form will be retitled to read locomotives and locomotive cranes when revised. Paragraph 195, paragraph 186B and C, and delete and 2 footnotes at the bottom of the page. 197, 196, 197, 198, 199, figure 91 from 92. This form will be retitled to read that locomotive cranes will be revised. Paragraph 202, paragraph 186E. 4, delete this last sentence of diesel blank locomotives. Paragraph 186 add a DA Form 55 air brake test to be developed. Paragraph 187 line the detail quarterly semi-annually. Paragraph 187A line of the detail quarterly, semi-annually. Line 6 change the center of the command. Paragraph 203, paragraph 188 lines 3 or 4 details which are required in the TM38750. Paragraph 188 line of the change center of the command. Paragraph 188 and 1927 delete equipment transferred. Paragraph 206, paragraph 191B, line 12 detailed AR 755. 750 and 5, paragraph 92D, lines 11, 12, change the read are contained with the technical manual of the tm55210 2210 XXX35P series. The paragraph 192 lines of the 1217 delete DA and 2 DA blank and so forth is 222 and 40. Paragraph 193 line change. Line 14 change the MWO to read of the DA MWO. Paragraph 207 to the paragraph 193 line change to the 203 change to read in the DA Form 2407. The paragraph 226, paragraph 205 F lines of 47 detail. Delete the ampere hours change to read, for example, 4MS 420 battery has capacity at the 8-hour rate at 420 amperes at 525 amperes times 8 hours equals 420 amperes. Paragraph 205H, add caution: use Army ambulance personnel or other medical department carts or equipment to get nickel alkaline batteries under the circumstances that these batteries are serviced with the same tools equipment used for lead acid commonly used for diesel electric locomotives. Paragraph 230, paragraph 210, line 15, detail C, read the MLP 3321. In paragraph 212, line 4, detail C, to read PM MLP 33321. Paragraph 213A, line 2, delete C, change read to MIL 332. 3321, paragraph 232, paragraph 214, line 4, and delete C, read as MIL P3321, paragraph 215, subparagraph also supersedes. All letters and numbers and signatures and locomotives will be applied with white gloss enamel. 2 coats of the yellow enamel will be used, and safety markers, bumpings, or other surfaces shown applicable will be painted in the 4 diagonal strips alternating colors of yellow and black. The stripes will be inclined with 45 degrees to the left and right with the vertical simulated inverted V pattern. Sufficient space must be allowed for the bumper's application markings and specified peripheral stripes while running the full width of all steps and running boards. Change the caption to read typical letters. Okay. Here is the figure 99 superseded as follows. Note 1, after the insert in the codes in service, Army, Navy, Air Force. Note 2, the cab under the service designation numbering shall be follows as form Army 350, U.S. Army, USN 65 50 for Air Force USAF 50. Insignia shall be used as Air Force equipment and shall conform figure 2. The Air Force Reserve location insignia that will service the designation number 5 X indicates the markings are centered in smoke as shown. Safety marks on the locomotive. Here's another picture of the safety marks on markings on the locomotive. Okay, paragraph 239, paragraph 217C, line 12 through 20, delete these as 192C, paragraph 269, paragraph 249B, line 2, change the burning, 270 appendix reference, change the read Army Regulations, AR 555, 650, Military Railroads, AR 108, Department of Army Military Motion Picture Television Production. DA pamphlets 310 DA PAMs 310.5 delete. Field manuals line 4 added the field manual 5520 50 of Army Railway Transportation Operations 5521 and 22 delete. Paragraph technical manuals line 5 add tm55203 inspection maintenance the U.S. Army owned for one railway equipment. Paragraph 4 line tm551268 delete. Paragraph 4 line 21 tm551273 locomotive diesel electrical locomotive 56.5 inch gauge 45 to 45 ton 42 inch gauge 47 ton Lewis model 044 Wyatt Mile 0440 General Electric. Paragraph 4 lines 46 TM 551277 do it delete. Paragraph 4 line 7 TM 551279 locomotive diesel electric remote 56.5 inch 44 044 400 pound Davenport. Paragraph 4 line the TM 55128 11280 locomotive diesel electric locomotive 5680 ton Davenport model 11125708. Paragraph 4 line 21 TM 55203 shop maintenance TCD TB TCBD air compressors. Paragraph 4 line 2 TM 52039 shop maintenance 3 CDs 3 CBD C3CC air compressors. Paragraph 4 line 2021 TM 55210 221635P, delete paragraph 4, line 23, field manual 55.4.18.1, Cummins PT fuel system, paragraph 4, line 24, change to the right of the Caterpillars 123622, paragraph 4, line 225, technical manuals, all technical manuals of the tm55223revision series. Paragraph lubrication orders, delete the lubrication orders listed in page 271 and 272. Change to the read L locomotive orders of the LO 55 to 2022 10 XXX20 series. Paragraph 272, paragraph 6 miscellaneous publications 8. Change the read the mill P 3321, paragraph 6 line, and AAR official manual interchangeable rules, AAR field manual interchangeable rules, laws, rules, and instructions of inspecting and testing locomotives other than steam, AAR classification safety applying to the defects, Code Federal Regulation Title 49, Transportation Parts 199 through 99. The Venure L. Bowers, Major General, United States Army Adjutant General Dwight V.W. Cowell, Colonel, USA Direct Administrator W.C. Westmore, and General, United States Army Chief of Staff John D. Ryan, General, USA Chief of Staff, to be distributed in accordance with the DA Form 1225, quantity required, block number 809 of operating maintenance railway equipment requirements for railway equipment, all. This is the changes. I don't know. I think we're just going to start reading. Alright, we're almost there. These are the 222 standard improvement. Standard improvement. Where was I at? Change number 1. Change number 1, operation maintenance of the diesel electrical locomotive TM manual 55202 to the 25th of October 1965 has changed as following. Paragraph 180 to paragraph 162, line 8, change 12 months to read 18 months. Page 181, paragraph 164, delete and substitute 164 to cleaning. Filter device dirt collector located in the main reserve supply line to the air brake system must be cleaned and repaired and replaced as often as conditions are required to maintain them properly and safely and suitable in conditions for the service and not less frequently than once each 6 months period. Brake cylinders, relay valve portions, mainly reserve safety valves, brake pipe valve, vent valve portions, feeding the reducing valve portions, air brake system, including related dirt and collectors and filters, must be cleaned and repaired and tested as often in conditions required to maintain the proper and the safe, suitable condition for service, not less than frequently than once every each 12 months. Although other valves and valve portions of the air brake system include related dirt collectors, filters, and cleaned, repaired, tested as often as conditions required to maintain the proper, safe, and suitable condition for the service, less frequently for the once the 24-hour period. The rule governor following the valve portions of the air brake system, distribution control valve, all operation portions, automatic brake valve, all operation portions, equal piston portion, brake application valve, all operation portions. 5. Independent brake valves, 6. Rotary valve, 7. Relay air valves, A. Remote control EP valve, B. The suppression safety control, C. The brake release, quick release, 8. D. The transfer valve, 8. The charging cutoff pilot valve, 9. The reduction selector valve, 10. The selector valve, 11. The foot valve, 12. The diagram of the cutoff valve, 13. The magnetic valve for overspeed, double check valve, the 14. The double check valve directs the air to the relay valve from either the automatic independent braking valve. 15. Check valve between number 1 and 2, the main reserve. 16. Related dirt collector filters. 17. Suppression valve in conjunction with the train control. 18. Timing valve, pneumatic portion of the conjunction train control not used in government-owned locomotives. 19. Any valve, however designated, which is used in non-steam locomotive to perform the same substantially the same function in the air brake system, so that as the valve listed above may likewise be cleaned, tested, and repaired in accordance with the paragraph. The date testing and the cleaning initial shop station for the work is done and shall be legible stencil in conspicuous place of the parts and placed on the card display. Under transparent, cover the cab of each locomotive movement. And 181, paragraph 161C, delete substitute loss of motion in the drawbars and pins when used in between the unit and truck, shown not exceeding one half of the inch in each pin, should be checked on tramming. 182, the paragraph 167D, the deleting substitute, and D, the loss of motion articulated connections when used in units and trucks shall not be exceeded one half of the inch at the point at each pin, showing the check being the tramming. 188, paragraph 177B, delete and substitute cable connections between the unit's jumper and the carrier current have only the potential of 600 volts more. Shall be thoroughly cleaned, inspected, tested, and conditions required to maintain safe and suitable condition for the service, not less frequently every 3 months, immersing the cable portion of the water subjection each conductor with another with the water difference potential to meet less than 1 or 3/4 times the normal working voltages, not less than 1 minute. Delete date and place the inspection test shall be legibly marked on the jumper cable and the tags securely attached thereto. Paragraph 195, paragraph 186D, delete and substitute. Department of Defense Form 1336, monthly inspection repair report of locomotives and locomotive cranes or other than steam, not less than one every 30 days. The report shall be made at the Department of Defense Form 1336, covering each of the locomotives in use, which shall show the condition of the unit, determined an inspection made in accordance with law and applicable rules and regulations. Responsible activity may perform the inspection required by this rule within 5 days of the next following expiration of the 30 days, and conditions beyond the control of the responsibility officers rendered with such additional time necessary, and in the event of the proper notation shall be on the reverse report of the Department of Defense 336 1336. The report shall be made in the good grade of the pale blue paper, size 6-9 inches, sworn and before an office authorized to administrate oaths by inspector who had made section and officer's charge in figure 93. The duplication copy of the report shall be filled with the office mechanical officer having charge of the locomotives and internal interchange with the Kansas commercial railroads within 10 days of each inspection of such locomotives. One copy shall be transmitted to the U.S. Director, District Inspector. Paragraph 202, paragraph 187A, deleted and substituted. Before the inspected locomotive is put into service, a copy of the last inspection report shall be displayed in the transportation conference conspicuous place of the cabinet in each unit. The copy must be duplicated in all ways, reporting the field of the transportation group of the railway headquarters of the United States Air Mobility Command. In the case of locomotives interchangeable service in the District Inspector, Department of Defense, this copy is needed not to be sworn. In the event of the destroyed and becomes eligible, it may be replaced and be conformed copy by conformed copy. 203, paragraph 187D, delete and substitute. Out of service reports. When a locomotive is withheld from the service authority or more consecutive days was out with the service when it was otherwise by due inspection out of service, reporting covering such locomotive shall be made in the reverse side of the DA Form 1336. The out of service time shall be totaled and recorded in the reverse of the form. Intervals prescribed in the particular testing and inspection required to U.S. Army regulations, directives, and Federal Railroad Administration rules of locomotives and Kansas interchangeable service. The commercial railroads are governed by the Department of Transportation. Federal Railroad Administration regulations may then be extended to the number of the consecutive out of the service days recorded since the date of the last of the previous test inspection, unless otherwise provided herein. The report shall be made on each day within which an inspection or test would have been done. Duty to accept the extension shall be show the name of the installation and or activity place where the made, the initials, number of the locomotive, and the place and where is out of service, the reason for being out of service. 2. Out of service report using the interchangeable service is transmitted to the United States District Inspector in charge of the 10 days after the 30 days inspection for which is recovered. One copy of the report retained in the office mechanical officer having charges of locomotive. In other cases, the responsibility officer will retain the original copy. The copy need not to be sworn to by most assigned officers charging a locomotive. When the out-of-service report has been filled, an inspection must be made. A new report prepared in the Department of Defense Form 1336 before the locomotive is again return the service. Paragraph 205, paragraph 189, add the subparagraph C. C, the time the making, inspection, testing of units and boilers which are out of service 30 or more consecutive days may extend without application herein, and provided time out of service shall be properly accounted for out by out-of-service reports and notations made and backed in each subsequent inspection report and cab card for the time claimed for the out-of-service less than 30 days out of service shall be not be counted toward extensions. Paragraph 234, paragraphs 215A3, delete the first three lines. The words Transportation Corps will be placed as shown. Add the letter F in 7-inch letters in Figure 96. Show the legibly shown on each side of the locomotive, every locomotive until they're near the end, which identification purposes which will be known as the front end. Keith G. Wickenham, Major General, United States of the Adjutant General. W.C. Westmore, General, United States of Army, Chief of Staff. Okay, now we move on to the technical manual, which is 7 chapters long. It will follow the general introduction, diesel engine principles, diesel engine, railway diesel engine. I'm going to start this one and start it as a new video.